Hi, everybody, and welcome to another Bastards post-game show. We have a lot coming at you tonight. We are hosting a Spaces as well over on Twitter or X. Come and jump in. I am in there with Terry and a couple other people, so we're having a good chat about the future of what the Sox are going to be looking like, especially for this offseason. I have Brendan as well joining me in here tonight. He's in jail. No, I'm only kidding. He's
I'm in my sound room.
Tonight, the Red Sox are able to get a win. They go down to Texas. They get a 4-2 win. Big night for Rob Refsnyder. Big hit off of Will Smith coming in relief off of a left-handed pitcher. I don't know why Bruce Bochy decided to stick with Smith. It was the wrong move, obviously. But I got to give credit as well, Brendan, to Kutter Crawford tonight. Crawford was superb with 6 innings thrown, 2 runs given up. I'll take that every time out for a starter for this team. What were your overall thoughts for tonight?
Yeah, Nick, when it comes down to the Rangers, the big thing you have to deal with is that starting rotation. They got great arms in there. Scherzer, Eovaldi, of course, has been their best guy all year, but Dunning and Montgomery are all like awesome arms. Their pen has been their weak spot all year. So when you get a situation where Rafi Devers gets intentionally walked to first, you get bases loaded, Rob Refsnyder, lefty killer, comes up in a huge way. It was a little bit of ignorance coming out of Texas for sure to run with that lefty matchup, but Rob Refsnyder capitalized and get the team a win. It's huge because the team was 1-11 in their last 12. They were really on a downspin, and it's a good way to get a big win for this team and try to push some positive momentum closing out the season.
Well, they snapped their 4-game losing streak, so that's one thing that's of the positive front. You did get news today that Tristan Casas will be shut down for the rest of the season. So now this is a chance for Bobby Dahlbeck to come up and produce. We saw a decent night from Bobby Specs, as a matter of fact. Over this last few weeks of the season that we have, is he one of your guys that has something to prove? Like, what is he going to do? What do you think?
I think I've been waiting for him to come up for a while now, especially with Adam disappearing act. You need that righty in the lineup that's going to be consistent because this team is wicked lefty heavy. And I feel like Bobby could find a role potentially in that outfield. I don't know if he's going to play first a lot next season, but I could see him play in right field if you move on from Verdugo at some point. So I want to see that righty consistent bat develop in the majors. I know he has a cannon for an arm, so I want to see if we get some time out of him.
So you're actually saying that Bobby D is a part of your 2024 roster? Is that what you're saying?
Not straight a keeper, but I thought he killed it a lot in Worcester, and I felt like he earned the time for a while in September when this team was out of contention.
So my biggest thing here is for Bobby D, this is the chance for him to bring up his trade value. That's what this is, Brendan. To me, it's the Red Sox are going to be putting something together that can get some sort of a package done. Maybe if you put Verdugo, you put Bobby D, some other kind of prospect together to get something legitimately in your starting rotation. Sign me up for that.
That's what you need.
Sign me up for that. This offense or this outfield in particular is way too left-handed heavy going into next season. I do not see Alex Verdugo back next season. I just don't, not even with Bloom gone. I don't. Truthfully, give me whatever you want for Yoshida. That ship sailed from me. Could next season be better? Yeah, it could be better, and I'm banking on that being better. But if there's a team that's out there that wants Yoshida, have him. Take him. Duran, if he's going to go out and he's going to give you something back that's a starting caliber pitcher, that's legit, throw him in there too. I really don't have any keeps right now on my team. I don't. Even Bayo, truthfully, to say that. And this is rare of something from a team standpoint where you feel you don't have any untouchables. Yeah. I can't say that. I truthfully cannot tell you that Brian Bayo is my future ace right now. Rafi Devers is my building block future, and there's nothing that could come in the way of an offer that could be to trade him. I can't say that. I think the other thing we have to identify with this team too is that they are severely missing a face of the franchise star. You and I have talked about this prior shows. Rafi Devers is not a superstar yet. He's good. He's having a decent season overall. Considering where he was earlier in the season to where he is now, I'll take it. But to say he's a superstar, I can't do that. I can't say he's a superstar. There's too many mental mistakes that come into that front. Go ahead.
Yeah, when it comes to Devers, for sure, he hasn't taken a step yet, especially being a liability in the field. Um, he's improved at the end. The batting, he's batting on a decent clip lately, but he has no protection with this team. That's for sure. I think
I'll agree on that.
my big gripe comes down to batting coach Peter Fatz. I mean,
Patsy, yeah.
the fact that this batting has been exposed the way it has when you had JD Martinez and then you lost him. What has our batting coach been doing? I mean, if without JD Martinez, so many guys took a step back. I mean, I know he's a batting genius, but this is what this guy's getting paid for, and that's what really drives me up a wall is we gotta like reset pitching. Dave Bush has got to go. Fats has got to go. Cora, I feel like he is a big time manager, and if you give him a roster that can contend, he can make good moves and win some clutch games. What I saw with Robbie Refsnyder tonight is what I'm talking about. In a big game, in a big situation, he'll make the right decision. But when you give Alex Cora a squad that is filled with 5 DHs, they're essentially a quadruple A team. I don't believe in them, and neither does Cora in that situation. But you're right. The team, pretty much nobody is untouchable at the right price.
The other thing to look at too, like you said, was Cora. I still do not know what the future is going to hold for who that next baseball operations guy is, who that next Bloom is going to be. I was just on Spaces and we were talking about what's out there, what's there. Maybe it's Mike Hasen's name from the Diamondbacks. My biggest thing here, Brendan, in any of my talk, I always shoot from the hip and I always try and give you as truthful information as I can. And I, with a straight face, let me reword this. I do not feel that the Boston Red Sox are a team that another general manager would want to come to right now because you have so much unknown. You have not had consistency since Theo Epstein, and you threw him out of town with his gorilla suit. Next was Ben Cherington. He came in, won the World Series. He was out of Dodge City. After that, Dombrowski comes here, wins you a World Series, has some horrible signings with the Chris Sale extension, Eovaldi, a couple other moves. He's out of here. Then you bring Bloom in. Bloom rebuild the farm system, I guess. That's what they keep telling us, Brendan. We'll have to believe it. We'll have to see it to believe it. And now we have another void that's right there. A lot of question marks come to that job. So if Brandon Gomes is out with the Dodgers and he gets a call from John Henry, hey, I want you to lead my baseball ops department, he's probably going to slam the phone down. Mike Hasen, same deal. He's probably going to say, you know what, John, I appreciate it because he's a classy guy and everything, but I'm all set here with the Diamondbacks. I'm all set. The other reason I say Mike Hasen is the big name that people want is because he's under the Theo Epstein umbrella. It was Mike Hasen and it was Ben Cherington back in the day. This is like a security blanket for the Red Sox, a guy they trust, a guy they know, a guy that they feel like they built internally, where they can feel they can flick a switch and he'll be fine. That's the other reason why Hasen is the big name. 30 seconds, go.
When you talk about the situation in Boston, on the surface, it looks like a pretty reasonable opportunity. Bunch of young prospects, starving franchise. But if you look at the ownership, they are willing to change philosophies on the turn of a dime. As soon as the optics look bad, they're going to totally switch the ship. So I don't know if it's really that appealing of a choice to a veteran general manager.
Tomorrow is Eovaldi and Tanner Houck. We will see you then for that lovely game. Have a great night, one and all.